Hey guys, it's me, Pretty Poor Gamer, and today we are going to do a top 5 reasons why I am so hyped for Final Fantasy 15 that I just can't contain myself anymore and want the game now. Or in short, top 5 reasons why I really want Final Fantasy 15. With Final Fantasy 15 being mere months away after a 10-year slog of being Final Fantasy Versus 13 on the PlayStation 3 to being called Vaporware to then changing its name to Final Fantasy 15, we've had a lot of information come in, and this has mainly been within 2016 alone. So, without further ado, let's begin. In no particular order, and coming in number 5, is Yoko Shimomura. She's composing this bad boy. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, then hopefully her music rings more bells. Pardon the almost kinda pun. She's best known for her work in the Kingdom Hearts series. For example, but she's also worked on a handful of Mario games, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles and Street Fighter, to name only a couple of her incredible back catalogue of work. Honestly, if you haven't heard her before, give her a listen. She is lending her talents to this game, and I am thoroughly looking forward to buying the soundtrack, just so I can listen to it whenever and wherever I want. Speaking of music, that leads me nicely on to number 4. In the car, you can play Final Fantasy music. Classic Final Fantasy music 1 through to 13, I assume. And this has been confirmed, so we can drive around in the Final Fantasy 15 universe and listen to songs such as Breezy from Final Fantasy 8, or Over the Hills in Final Fantasy 9 to Cosmo Canyon in Final Fantasy 7, Xanarkin Runes from Final Fantasy 10 too. The list is absolutely endless. But what's great about this car as well, it can fucking transform into a flying vehicle. Yes, in the Regala F trailer, we see this car transform into badass car, into even more badass aircraft, and it's just, when I first saw it, I was like, finally, we are recapturing the spirit of Final Fantasy again. It looks something like the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy 8, and I'm just excited to fly this bad boy. I really just want to go flying around the world and just see it for my own. At number 3, it's the large as life summons. We have already got a glimpse of Titan, Leviathan, Carbuncle and Ramuh from the gameplay demos, but Shiva, Ifrit and Bahamut, the staple 3, have been very much absent. Still, I am very excited to see these giant omnipotent creatures storm the battlefield and cause so much havoc. If I may put a suggestion to Square Enix, and yeah, I'm looking at you, kid, there are only 2 more summons I really want. One is Fat Chocobo, who doesn't want to see a fat chocobo? And 2 is Eden from Final Fantasy 8. I remember seeing Eden, I was blown away as a kid when I summoned it. Oh, and if you could add Doom Train, and Brothers, and Diablos, and Odin, and Alexandria, you know what? Just add every single summon from every single Final Fantasy and make them as large as life. That is all I want from you, Square Enix. Make it happen. At number 2, it has been confirmed that Final Fantasy 15 has over 100 hours worth of gameplay, with the main story clocking in around 50 hours long. That means there's a whole extra game hiding in this game. It's like some weird game inception. Of course, not to sound like a spoiled brat, but I was expecting this beefy length. I would have been very disappointed otherwise. I want to see hidden bosses, secret weapons, secret treasures, and games to play and locations to discover, and the more hours the better. As long as it doesn't follow the Fallout 4 route of repeating the same quests, like, there's a settlement that needs your help, then I am very happy. Though I've never known a Final Fantasy to actually do this and repeat quests. Well, if we take away Final Fantasy 13's monster quest, but that's a whole different story. Lastly, it's the locations. They all look absolutely stunning. The environment trailer really got my attention, and I'm expecting a lot more beautiful places in the game. When I played the episode Duscae trailer, it looked gorgeous, and I'm really excited to get back there. Insomnia, which is like a built up metropolitan area that never sleeps, similar to Tokyo. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's inspired by somewhere within Tokyo. Gives a complete contrast. While you have this luscious greenery of Tenebrae, which you can see in the Kingslave trailer, and I really hope we can visit in the actual game, and the watery lands of Alticia, which look very much like Venice. Honestly, if I could, I'd write a TripAdvisor review, give it 5 stars, then book my holidays to go there. It just looks amazing. So there we have it, my top 5 reasons why I can't wait for Final Fantasy 15 to come into my possession. So I was wondering, what are yours? If you want to let me know in the comments, thank you, because I will comment back and I will be just as excited as you are. I have been Pretty Per Gamer. Please like and subscribe for more videos. See you next time, guys.